Well, good morning. This is what I call the Contraption, and I'm doing a preliminary video on it. Gonna fire it up. It hasn't been fired up overnight, and in the true tradition of a good old boy playing with his toys, gonna give it a good look over see here and fire her up. With any luck, she'll kick off on the first kick, probably the second, or if she just wants to be plain darn ornery, I may have to clean her plug because she's fouled. Anyway, here's our Maytag engine. Get down here and give her one heavy kick, and there she goes. She's a two-stroke. I'm just going to let her talk. And as Pearl would say, that's all. Well, good morning again. This is day 2 of the test of the Contraption, and this is all about what I have to do to make a public appearance with the Contraption, which is really what this is all about. I'm looking to demonstrate this at festivals and so on and so forth. So anyway, a newfound associate of mine who's taken an interest in our endeavors pointed out that, which I knew, but he really kind of emphasized the point that I need to silence this thing and kind of try to control the exhaust. So what I've done here is I've fallen back on my experience back in the day when I was what was affectionately referred to as a shake rat. I lived in the rainforest in the Washington Peninsula, and I worked with a chainsaw, biggest chainsaw made, with a 3-foot bar, and during the fire season we'd get shut down, and we couldn't cut shake bolts. Couldn't make money, and of course the reason I was out there was because I couldn't make money any other way, and I had to keep working. So this is back in the mid-70s. An old fart, a good old boy, pointed out that by taking a bucket of water and putting a hose which is attached to the exhaust of the chainsaw, we could accomplish two things. We could control the spark which was the reason that we were shut down in the first place, and we could control the noise so that the forestry agents couldn't hear what we were doing and shake us down. And they did. They roamed the woods, believe it or not, trying to find us doing stuff that we weren't supposed to. So anyway, never tested this. Same as yesterday. If it behaves as it did yesterday, should be fine. The reason for this bucket here is I'm controlling the oil. Notice yesterday there was a lot of oil. And I've got piped into this a place right down yonder where I collect oil. So as the exhaust comes up through here, some of the oil doesn't travel all the way up. It comes back down here and collects in there. And it goes up here. And then this is going to be filled with ice, which will condense, which will cool down the exhaust, which should cause some of the oil to once again not come up this pipe, but come back down here. And I've got another drain plug right here. So hopefully, because when this thing just pumps straight out the exhaust, right out here, there's a big puddle of oil that gathers right here. So that's just not going to be acceptable under any circumstances. Although back in when Mrs. Farmer was doing her laundry, I don't know what they did, but she was just happy to be doing her laundry. So let's kick this thing over and see what happens. We're going to hear, no doubt, some exhaust down there. And then I've got to wait, because no doubt when the exhaust is coming out of the pipe, out of the hose, it probably won't even stay in the bottom of the bucket. So I've got to wait down there to hold it down. So let's see what happens. Well, you can hear that there's not much sound coming out of here at all. So let's go down here, see what we got. Well, we can see that we got exhaust. Yeah, we got exhaust, that's for sure. And we got a distinctive concussion sound, which I'm not really worried about that. I don't think that would bother anybody. I'll be able to run this 50 feet away from where it's all going on. But let's see what happens when we put it in the water. Well, that's what happens. I'm going to weight this down. Well, I'm sure that a lot of the oil, we still got smoke, but that's just the nature of the beast. You know, these things, that's how they lubricate. They had not very high tolerances in their machining deliberately so that there was going to be plenty of oil lubricating it. But as you can see, we've almost got no sound. The only sound we've got is the mechanical sound. Well, there's a little snapping sound up here, but not much. So I'd mark this up as a success and a lesson to anybody who've used this on a little creativity to eliminate the oil that comes out of these things and the sound. Have a good one.